Okay, it says in 988, Prince Volodymyr the Great, Volodymyr, the ruler of Ukraine, who was later canonized, baptized his people in the waters of the Dnieper River at Kiev and established Christianity as the official religion of Ukraine. And then it goes on and on and on. But what I wanted to tell you was we're expecting something going on with Volodymyr, and this must be his girlfriend. So what we think is going to happen is we're going to have some big news coming out of Ukraine, and it's going to be cuckoo pants. Because we have it on good authority that Volodymyr and his girlfriend have been smoking cannabis. So we think that these archetypes, these are archetypes, and they're real. Not in the imagination, in human consciousness. These are archetypes of a king and a queen. And we're doing what's known as magics because we have connected cannabis, getting high, with these ones. So what happens when people get high? Generally speaking, they get into doing, let's do this for a high one. A high one is basically just for kicks. So something is going to happen that, like stoned people would do. And it's going to have to do with perhaps the authority in Ukraine. I don't know. I don't know what these archetypes are capable. I don't know what these archetypes are capable of doing. At one point I was thinking about, like this is like the king and the queen from a deck of cards. And you can look up on the internet, what is like the tarot card meaning of regular card, the king or the queen. But anyway, they're representations of archetypes that should be in the human collective consciousness. And they've been connected magically with cannabis. So we're expecting, what do rulers do, rulers of a kingdom do, if they've been smoking weed? Their behaviors will be changed, we expect. They're either going to get really paranoid, or they're going to totally relax and have a great time and relax. And look around and say, we've been way too uptight here. Uptight with too many, this is called taboo, or kapu, in Hawaii and Polynesia. A taboo is a law that says this or that, and quite often it's like, you are forbidden from this. A taboo. And who sets up the taboos? In the Polynesian culture, it would be people like the monarch, the king or the queen, and the rest of the aristocracy, the elite people, and also the religious people, the priests, would be able to set up these taboos. And if you were an ordinary person, you had to follow these restrictions. There was one restriction that said, if you're a regular person, if you walk across the king's shadow, you will be put to death. So our expectation is with the cannabis high on these archetypes, we're going to see some magical changes in our reality. Why? Because we're trying to see whether this magic is going to work. So we expect to see something related to Ukraine, because that's where these two are from. Maybe it'll be somebody who's of Ukrainian background. And maybe they'll give us a clue in the news story, or somebody writes a story. It'll be something that'll have the word Ukraine in it and cannabis in it. And something that you would say, okay, somehow this is related to, well, I mean, this could even be like a married couple. Maybe you're the king of your own castle, you know, you're the lord of the manor, you own your own house, so you're the king of your own house. So maybe it's like, you might take it more differently. You would say it's more personal, like if you're, you know, you might identify with one of these two here for your personal life. And something is going to happen because these two are high on cannabis. So we're expecting a change in behavior. Because these particular two at this statue, that was the first time they ever got high. Just now.